I am Rob Dyrdek. You wanna know what? This is how we did it. How you doing? I'm Rob Dyrdek, and this is how I did it. This board was thrown to me when I was 11 years old by Neil Blender. 1 year later, I got sponsored by the same company he rode for, and then a few years later quit this company with him and started the Alien Workshop, and he drew my first graphic on my first pro model board, and it's the company that I've ridden for the last 20 years. So to give you an idea of how deep the destiny of me and my skateboarding existence is, that's sort of where it all started, you know. And I didn't go my senior year of high school, which was, you know, unheard of in Ohio, and moved to California to pursue professional skateboarding. It was an incredible year. You know, I sold one board in December and got a check for $2. You know, I made $2 in December of 1991, and I needed that money. I had to cash it. As soon as I moved out to California, I started my first company, Orion Trucks, and you know, it was sort of my first step into the business side of things, you know, and soon thereafter, you know, I was riding for Drawers Clothing, and these guys started DC Shoes and asked me to come aboard, and that's when I really started getting into shoe design. But it was sort of that big step for me to have money to start exploring different entrepreneurial darts, if you will. Had a skate shop that lasted about 3 months. That was kind of where I first discovered, you know, stay out of retail. Started a hip-hop label, you know, had a rap label for a little while. You know, that's when I really discovered the importance of making sure you have a partner that's equally as motivated and driven as you, not lazy. And more than that, you know, stick in your lane. You know what I mean? Like, just because you think it's cool that you're a pro skateboarder and you got a hip-hop label, you don't know what you're doing. You got no business in there, you know. So in that sort of time period, I had kind of refocused on just all things skate. Me and Big Black had from the DC skate had gotten so much notoriety in the skate world. We started doing all this stuff. At the time, we had done this Gumball 3000 car race across Europe, and they did a documentary about it. Jeff Tremaine had saw that documentary, does Jackass, and is a good friend of mine. You guys need to do a show. So, you know, we took it to MTV, and, you know, once I got in there at first, you know, they're like, you know, I was like, story of two best friends, you know, like, unlikely best friends, odd couple. They're like, then, you know, to them, they didn't get that. They were like looking at all that I was doing and all this stuff. They're like, no, like, you know, we want to make it about you, like. And so they wouldn't buy Rob and Big. They bought Rob Dyrdek's Rules to Success. That was the name of the show. And rule number one was always surround yourself with good people. Now, we knew that was whack, so we just went out and filmed like the most ridiculous stuff for that pilot. And then we said, look, this is really what it is, you know. And they said, okay, we get it. You know what I mean? We'll do with the buddy comedy.
Here you go.
Oh. Do I smell like snake?
Yeah, you do.
Is it weird, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I smell like a dirty reptile. You know, when Rob and Big hit, that was the true sort of like step to the mainstream, you know, and for me, you know, as I sort of kept developing those shows, and I was, you know, in post with the movie, getting ready to release the movie and all of that. I want to race. Down the snake, around the corner, back past the goalpost is the winner. Ready? Go. Launched the Fantasy Factory first season, along with, you know, big stuff at the foundation and building my first safe spot skate spot and the movement, and you know, ISX scoring system that will go on to be the cornerstone of my league, and then put Street Dreams in theaters. You know, leading into season 2, we did, you know, dyrdek collection and launched DTA through Rogue Status, and Wild Grinders in Walmart, and signed a big deal with Mattel, and then signed on with Moonscoop to do the animation, and you know, and then ultimately just partnered with with IMG to see through the league that I had begun to develop all the way back at my first plaza, and getting ready to launch that. Going into the third season, man, I'm so confused at this point, because now it's just like I don't even know what I've skipped. I don't even know what I've even done. It's just such a blur, you know what I'm saying? But it's deep, pretty deep.